What's up, guys? Sorry, we're running a little behind here. We just scarfed some food down. Chris is throwing the garbage out. And we're coming into the shop for a BS. Yeah, beers is good. All right, Jess Hill, thanks for the text, buddy. We were aware of the fact that we were running a little behind, but oh shit, I need something to set the damn phone on. Hang on here, guys. Sorry. Everything's a little behind, including the shit box, believe it or not. Grab my GoPro stand here. All right, bear with me here. That can stay there. This, I know I got some. Here we go. That'll work. Okay. Got beers?
Yeah. I'm going to grab koozies.
All right. Sorry, guys.
Real life shit.
Yeah, real. This is shitbox living. Oh, we got a Nan on.
What's that?
We got a Nan on from the Middle
really?
East. Yeah.
Nice.
What's up, buddy? What the hell time is it there? Way too late. Here, hold that for a second, buddy.
What's up, guys? I don't know why this clown is on my video. He just like showed up randomly from Canada. What's up, think first? Here we go. We're getting situated here.
We want it that way, right?
Whatever. It takes 5-10 minutes for everybody to jump on anyways.
Okay.
Fox Buddy Hoarder, what's going on?
Joe. Okay, we can drop that in there.
Jerry. There we go. Pepper down. All right. We're doing all right. Oh, that's nice.
Look at this. We're doing it here.
Oh. It's like the first time we've sat down in 3 days.
It's warm, eh?
Yeah. It's a little warm. I could get the fan, but you know what? Chances are we're going to kind of go out. Actually, you know what? Let me open this back door. Keep talking.
Okay. All right, guys. Well, thanks for jumping on with us. We're doing this from my iPhone, so it's a little small to see what's going on here. Adnan, yeah, buddy. Everything's going good. Cold beer. You got to run koozies in Texas. I'm here to tell you because, boy, oh boy, like drinks sweat down here more than me.
Might be letting the snakes in, but we're good.
Oh yeah, that got a little more breezy.
Yeah, it helps. It does.
We're gonna have to squint to read here.
All right.
Mario, the mini vacation. Yeah. Mike, no kidding. We I don't know, we may as well try to give you guys a little bit of an update from like the very start of how this trip began. So I was already on a bit of a milk run to begin with. Like it was a 4-stop kind of 2-hour layover at various airports, to which turned into a 24-hour period. I should have been here in about 10 hours, which is way more than it takes to get to Austin. But by the time all of the disasters with the planes and the weather and everything else was done, it took me like 24 hours and 15 minutes to get to Chris's house. So, and I put a thing, if you guys follow the Instagram page there or whatever, I put a little thing up. I didn't even realize I was sweet talking this gal, but when I dealt with all these canceled flights and everything, she had just been getting shit kicked, her whole like lineup of 20, 30 people. So I went up, I said, hey, I just want to let you know I feel for you here. Like, I know it's not your fault, right? The plane's jacked up. And she didn't say anything to me, nothing. It wasn't until I went to board the plane and I'm like, seat 3C. This is crazy.
Well, that's going to make a great story. It's hacked away.
So I'm like, seat 3C. This is wild. What's that all about? I get on the plane. I'm like, I'm in first class. Get out. So small town kid, first time ever sitting in first class. I'm taking selfies. I'm drinking all the beer they'll give me. Like, it was the best time ever. But anyway, yeah, so we got here and, or I got here and we did a quick little, hey, how are you? Right. Chris and his gal Britt had a quick beer. And then we're like, okay.
So it was like 7 p.m. Like you were supposed to be here at 9 in the morning.
AM. Yeah.
We were supposed to share work duties all day. And then like I'm there, like, oh, I'll do a little bit. Oh, he'll show up anytime. It's like, oh, I'm delayed. Oh, I'm sitting on the runway. Oh, lightning storm. Heater core blew up in the plane.
Right.
Like, you know, I'm watching all these stories and everything else. And it's like, man, I literally said, see you tomorrow.
Yeah.
I did. Cause I was just like, man, this is
Not going well.
crazy, but you made it.
Yeah. Yeah. They're actually, so the flight from Houston to Austin is like 29 minutes or something like that. And I'm like, oh, damn, right? Like, this is my first class time to whatever, be in the big seats. And as it turned out, because it had been disasters all day, we sat on the runway for like 2 hours waiting for our opportunity to actually take off. So I'm like, I'm soaking this up. And I mean, I should have probably had a snooze, but I'm like, no damn way, right? I'm not missing any of this. But yeah, so anyway, to Chris's point, I got here and we're like, kind of looked at each other. It's like, time's tight. We better go.
Yeah.
Right? So put on some work clothes and we came out to the shop. And I can't even remember what the hell we did the first night. Last night we killed it. I know, right?
It's like, it's been a blur, guys, honestly. Like,
feels like weeks.
No, we jacked the car up. No, we got the front end.
Oh,
we did the front end stuff.
Did the front brakes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we got all the Brembos on. Because we
had the car fall on me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I needed the shims from S&S Engineering so we could get the rotor shimmed out properly and the ATS calipers. So we got all that stuff on, put the car down. And at that point, I'm like, something's not right on the driver's side. And that's where we saw the wheel was sitting closer to the front bumper. And I'm like, man, this thing must have offset control arms in it. And we got on the Summit, 10 p.m. that night, ordered a set of QA1s, which showed up today. So we're kind of fast forwarding, but this is actually important information. So QA1 showed up. I pull out one of these control arms out of the tubular and I put that one in and, you know, I measured the distance from the back of kind of the inner wheel well to where the ball joint was. I'm like, man, this is in the same spot. So I grab a factory lower control arm and stick that in there. It's in the same spot. So what happened, or what the issue is, our K member that I took out of the 93 Cobra is actually by default offset to push your wheel forward, which lengthens the wheelbase. I'm sure there's a lot of potential advantages of that. However, for us,
doesn't do us no favors.
It's a shortfall. The tire is grabbing the fender extension skirt, was actually grabbing the fender. We went on the one side, sawzall or hacksaw, and like we're like this, guys, like 1/8 of an inch of clearance by hacking stuff. It's still like we can probably get away with it, but it's not one of those things that make us feel great about it, knowing that we need to drive. So the only way to fix this is either reverse offset control arms, which only Maximum Motorsport makes, and they are back ordered, and or maybe just not in stock. So LMR usually carries them, which would have just been, we would have sent Jerry, I know you're watching, we could have sent you an LMR to do that parts run and pick those up, and that would have put them back that 3/4 of an inch. But now all we can do is swap the K member or hack these fender extensions. So that's where we're at. So we either need, if somebody's local or somebody can get these here by end of day Monday, we either need 91 GT fender extensions on the front, or we just need any year GT with the scoop, and we'll hack them and we'll throw those on there so we don't like have to hack actual outside skirt. We can show you guys in a minute once.
Yeah, we'll give you a walk around.
We need at least 100 viewers before we actually show the car.
Right.
I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tell your friends.
Yeah. It's been like we've had a lot of wins. There's situations like this that have we've had some shortcomings as well. But it has been a blur to which I think we're like, if we were watching this from 10,000 feet, we would probably be, I don't know, this sounds pretentious. I mean, impressed with what's happened, but
I think regardless, we're impressed. And we always say that we're kind of wired the same. So it's almost like you need to procrastinate to motivate.
yeah,
Right. And it's not like we were,
put your back.
oh,
against the
Gary,
wall.
take the last possible flight. You know, we gave ourselves a pretty good window of opportunity here. Realistic for what we feel would work, because we had a lot of conversations about this, you know, whether through the podcast and not boring people with us trying to figure out our logistics. We're like, this should be the proper amount of time for us to get with roadblocks and everything else being encountered. The biggest thing was doing the bushings in the rear differential, which we lucked out. We didn't have to do them, guys. The rear carrier bushings, they were fresh polyurethane. They just had dirt and grime that made it look like they were all cracked, but they were actually good. All we had to do was change the upper control arms because the bushings were shot up where it mounts to the body of the car. So that was a win. The other big feat was the gas tank, which I think a lot of people came into the tbox-Fox later on. Nobody saw. Oh. Okay.
Oh my God. Guys, I don't know if you can hear this or not.
You better bring that out.
Oh, okay. You're in for a treat.
Oh, you turned it off, but we can take a look at it.
Okay. Pause the story. All right. We're probably boring you to death anyway.
Hopefully it reaches.
Well, on my Instagram
What's up, man?
live.
We're doing it live. Hopefully you're okay to be on. Yeah, man. How's it running?
It's running a little bit, Robert.
Yeah?
All right. Hold on here, guys. How you doing, boss?
Oh, it's my friend
Good,
Gary. Pleasure.
Nice to meet you.
I heard this thing coming out
today.
today.
We were
I'm like,
working
what
here.
is
It's like,
this?
He's like, what's that? I'm like, oh man, it's just Ruben messing around.
Flip you around here, guys.
Oh, does he?
Yeah, that was
Camera.
last time I tried to say hi, he didn't even say hi back.
Back camera.
Here's what it is.
Oh man.
Okay. Well, we got to
Man,
show you
tell
guys
us what
this
you
too.
got, man.
Yeah. What's the skinny on this bad boy?
It's got a
Holy.
5.2 block from the new motors.
Really?
Yeah, fully built. 3.8 Whipple, 4 pistons, slot, nitrous, built transmission.
Did you get the nitrous plumbed up?
No, not yet.
Not yet.
No, not yet.
I got your message when I was traveling to Florida
Yeah,
last week.
I'm scared. Oh, on the other one? You mean on the other one?
All right.
Yeah, no.
You're scared for this one?
I'm scared of this one. I don't want to blow something. I need better tires, better suspension.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, she makes she made 1103 with the other transmission. So now she's probably making 1200.
Good
She died in
grief.
1103. Yeah. Yeah, the other trans was messing up bad.
Right.
Yeah, it wouldn't shift right.
Oh, because that's when we went into limp mode. You had to
Yeah.
shut it down.
Yeah.
Okay, so you got another one built.
No. That was that time we got it built. But she still goes into limbo once in a while.
Okay.
I can make one pass,
Yeah.
and then if I try to make another one right away, that's when she goes into limbo. Too hot.
And you could put the kids in the back.
I got no seats. I can put it in the back.
Okay. Holy.
Yeah,
Yeah, man, it spins all four.
all of
What
them.
a
I know.
monster.
Trust me, I tried to hold my cell phone and I almost dropped it.
Unreal. Yeah, when you're running slicks on the front, you mean business.
Oh,
You been back to the track?
the other day when I went to the river,
Yeah.
Yeah, it was good. I made 2 passes with this one. She ran 6 the 8th of the month. 8
Damn.
seconds, yeah. But I was only able to make 2 passes. She was acting. I had to let it cool down like big
Yeah.
time. Yeah.
Damn.
What a treat.
Yeah, she's a beauty.
Yeah.
You can't tell.
Oh, exactly. Well, we were working away today and I heard something happen. I'm like, is the world ending? What is that? Chris like, no, that's that F-150 down the road. Wow.
Yeah, she started like a 750 horsepower. It was just kept adding up until she blew the first engine. We got the second engine.
Then it's
I had a lot of issues with the belt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
We had to build some brackets. It was on the alternator in the bottom. That was the weakest point. So,
wow.
it'll keep breaking. I broke about 10 belts. So we got to figure it out, and then we got some fuel issues, and we got to figure it out. And finally, we got it right. But I'm able to make 1 or 2 passes. That's
Right.
it. To drive it in the street, she gets too hot.
Yeah.
Oh, exactly.
I should add some like an ice box or something.
Yeah.
We'll see later.
Cool, man. What did you need welded?
Just a tip on a muffler.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, if you got time, if not, another
Okay.
that's fine.
Yeah, I'd say maybe either
Wow.
tomorrow afternoon or first thing Monday. Yeah, I saw your white truck out. I'm like,
Yeah, I was out there with Deacon.
right.
Yeah, last show she got 30. I'll let you keep it 30.
Cool, man.
So what do we got to do to go for a midnight run in this when it's actually cool out?
Maybe when it's cold.
Yeah.
But we can go right now.
You won't be long.
You
can
wanna
leave
handle
the
the
video
live?
with me?
Oh my God. Okay, let's flip this.
Because then we
around.
can get your reaction when you come back.
This is true. Okay.
Yeah, then
front
we can
camera.
go fast that way. But I like to come this way.
Yeah.
All right,
All
guys. I'll be
I'm in
back.
charge.
Good gracious. Okay, I'm gonna bring my GoPro. Is that all right,
I'm
buddy?
gonna leave this open a little bit so she can get more hair.
Just make sure it doesn't come flying up on you, man.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man, this truck scares me all the
Man,
time.
it scared me. Actually, I gotta take you for a ride in the twin turbo Coyote Fox.
Oh, you have one?
Yeah, I just got it. I actually had to. I changed the transmission because fourth gear synchro was out of it. So I was doing some runs down here last week. I'm like, man, if Ruben hears this, he's gonna want to go.
Last weekend I wasn't here.
Oh,
I
okay.
was in San Antonio.
Oh, all right.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I wish I could have seen it. I'll see you in a minute.
Yeah, man, guys, I'll do a burnout for the people. That's what they say.
We can do it. You know?
You can do it right here. Turn around. Look at that. Random awesome stuff. Gotta make sure we're still live here. Oh. All right, guys, we'll see what happens when Gary comes back. I wish I could bring the camera in there, but there's no way that, that we don't have good enough cell service out here. Man, I'm telling you guys, he took me for a ride maybe 2 weeks ago in that thing. And I am telling you, absolutely insane. Probably one of the fastest things that I've been in to date. No, it is not stick. That's an auto truck. That is, it's 4-wheel drive, and he's actually got it. He'll launch it, and he'll smoke all 4 tires on that thing. Let me just see here. I want to look at some of this, the comments here, guys. So just excuse me while I'm scrolling through this. Bought a Fox body. Matt Hopkins. Oh, what do we got here? Man, there's a lot of damn comments in here. I'm sorry, guys. Smash that like button. Absolutely. And then there's a lot of people just coming in here. I appreciate everybody that's on. I know, and that's coming from both me and Gary. So thank you guys so much for that. If you guys, let me just kind of burn up a little bit of time here. I don't know what's going on out there, actually. They're still at the end of the driveway. I hope you didn't break the truck. God damn. So we got twin turbo cars back home. We got the Celine up in the air. You guys have probably seen that. And then we have all of these parts that still need to go back into the ship box. So it's we got a lot of stuff to do in reality, guys. You can see we busted out the tent because it was so damn hot today. So there is the ship box in all of its glory. So you can see the engine bay is pretty much all together. We are fully kill matted, front to rear. And I'm hoping that the signal is still good out here where I'm at. Hopefully it is. But this is what I was talking about. See how this is flat? There's no spare tire wall in here. So that was all cut out, and they have some very interesting, or they had very interesting bracketry in the back holding the tank up. So if you guys remember when I actually first got the car, the tank, when I pulled it out, one of the main support brackets busted off, and I had the tank pretty much like wired up there because, well, this car was a joke. Like, it really had, or I had no intentions of doing anything with it other than just stripping the car down. So we had to fix that because the last thing that we want is the fuel tank dropping out of it on us when we're trying to drive up north. And still hear that truck in the distance. There we go. So this truck, there's something with it. Honestly, guys, it makes so much damn power. It'll throw itself into limp mode. It'll do really weird stuff. Then I'll have to shut it down, wait a little bit, and then when he starts it up, then he's good to go. It's super weird. But you can see here the TIP prototype coilover. Well, it's not a coilover in the rear. It's really an adjustable spring perch in the rear with custom shock. And same thing, the housing can thread up and down. Or the tube can thread into the housing up and down, so you can get some adjustability. We're running quad shocks. Those are my favorites. The Gabriels, super cheap, but they are the shortest and the thinnest when you take the little boot off, and you can run those quite easily with a lot of wheel and tire setup. So that is that. You can see the passenger side is still all ripped apart here. And that is because, like I said, we're messing around with the control arms, which are offset. And that's a huge pain in the ass. Let me show you what I've butchered out of this car. So you can see here, I had to cut all of this out. And this just barely gives us enough clearance for that tire not to catch the front bumper. So that's what we're dealing with right now. And of course, there's a big gap back here now because the wheel is sitting more towards the front, which is super annoying, but it is what it is. We don't have enough time to swap the K-member, and we can't find reverse offset control arms this late in the game. And, you know, guys, I'm not even lying to you. You know, I thought it was just the control arms. I was so wishful, and, you know, dropped $330 on brand new QA1s. And, well, they're the same. So now I got a really nice set of QA1 control arms for whatever project I wish to use them in the future. You can see I'm doing some custom stuff here with the center console. Amazingly enough, this is from a friend of mine here locally and has never been drilled for an aftermarket radio, but it was missing this piece here. That was all broken off. So I did some custom work there. You guys will be able to see that in the video. Probably a little bit of wind there, but yeah, let me see what the comments are saying here. What do we got here? Before breaking the truck. Hey, watch this. Guys, not broken. It's there's a huge stall in that truck. Actually, can you hear it? Oh, I wish if the corn was down, you'd actually be able to see the road and we'd be able to see them out in the distance. But I just heard the truck do a pull. So I'm sure Gary will be back soon to be able to tell us all about it and his reactions. And what else we got going on here? Do we think we'll sell the car afterwards? To be honest, guys, I don't know what the future of the shitbox is. I think it just needs to be done and put back together. And then from there, it's sort of like, okay, now what? Obviously, there's going to be some things that aren't going to get done in time that are going to have to get finished after the show. So it's going to be, you know, obviously the shakedown stuff, all the areas for improvement, and maybe I'll get attached to it. I don't know. Like, honestly, guys, if I had to throw a number, and this is not including the parts that were donated. Oh, I can hear it. Okay. The truck's working good because I can hear it in the background. Trying to put a price. I want to say there's at least $10,000 worth of parts and everything else on that car. So like to say, hey man, like even if I sell it for what we have into it, it's going to be a loss for the amount of labor and everything else, right? Okay, I think they're coming down the driveway. Well, I heard it finally work.
Oh, dude. Can she get hot bad?
Like, I almost felt like I was going to pass out.
I wasn't lying to you,
I
man.
swear to God. What? That is violent.
Oh, it's nuts, man. It
Oh.
just hooks and goes.
Like that small spot right there, we went like 120 right there. Yeah, she went.
Honestly, like, I was glad to see your driveway because I'm like, I think I'm going to go down. That's wild.
Oh, I love it.
Oh, dude. Like, it's a fighter jet.
Oh man, it's a weapon. It really
Buddy,
is.
thank you for that. That was unreal.
Oh,
She could've just not hacked up like that, but
I'm
Still
glad it
runs
did
good.
because I think I
Still
would have
runs
passed
really
out on you. You would have been attacking me out of your truck.
Chris
Holy!
grabbed his foot.
Oh. Like,
Oh.
honestly, that takes you to a whole nother universe.
Yeah, this thing's sick, man. Crazy.
Oh,
It's crazy.
so how much power does the Shelby truck make?
Supposedly 775.
Right.
It feels like 500.
Right.
Yeah.
It's at factory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That factory Whipple tune. So there is this guy in Houston that he finally unblocked the tune.
Right.
So they tuned one not too long ago and they made 802.
All right.
802 on it. Yeah.
And that's just tuning.
Yeah, it's just tuning. Yeah. So
Wow.
I think they had to do a different fuel system though.
Oh, okay.
Something different on the fuel system.
Wow. There you go, guys.
unbelievable, dude.
A little bit of F-150 fun. Sure puts the
Oh.
Lightning to shame, I'll tell you that.
Oh my God.
I'll trade you straight up.
Alright, let's go. Let's do it.
Oh.
That's
You
awesome.
see how
dude.
big the build is now? It used to be like a little skinnier.
Oh, yes. He
So now
stepped it up.
they changed all the pulleys.
Man.
Build bracket for the alternator. So now the alternator has his own belt.
Unbelievable, dude. Oh, I didn't know I was gonna come back from that. Like,
No, you're not expecting it. You're like, oh, yeah, no, fast truck. And then, like,
It'll hit you hard.
it's,
yeah, dude.
Last time we went, right? When we went
Oh,
over
yeah.
there and then right here.
I think it hit harder
Right here.
right here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So but then we did all wheel burnout.
Yeah.
So it kind of went sideways.
Yeah,
a
yeah.
little bit.
Like, it felt like somebody had their hands around my throat and they were choking me out. That's what it felt like.
Yeah.
That's a good bit.
God. Unbelievable.
Oh.
Oh, thanks, buddy. I really appreciate you doing that.
Yeah,
The
man.
other one, you haven't ride on the single car.
No.
My
No.
single car. That one feels good too.
Yeah.
But that's all motor.
Really?
Just tune headers and E85 also.
Damn.
Yeah, that one works really good too.
Yeah. Holy, what a trip.
Well, no leaks.
No,
Should be good.
This pressure on this side it's supposed to be a little higher, but
Oh, the fuel pressure dies down. Yeah.
it went down a little bit. Maybe when I turn it on.
Yeah. Unreal, man. Now you want to spray it.
Yeah, maybe to get it cooled down a little bit too.
That's probably it. You probably just need it for cooling, not for power.
Yeah.
Well, you definitely don't need more power.
Well, the cooling is going to result in more power, though.
True.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I'm gonna take it back to Houston to the tuning guy so he can double check the trans, make sure the tune is right.
Yeah.
Because it does that, especially when it's hot. It does that. You know,
Right.
kind of
Yeah.
wants to just play with the
Miss a
shifts and
gear.
not miss a gear or two, and then, but once she's cool and ready to go, she just freaking flies. You know?
damn.
Like, I think I got half a year younger. Honestly.
It's time machine.
Christ, man.
Whoa.
That
Wicked,
is
man.
violent.
Yeah, it's good. It's really good.
Oh.
Let's see what people are saying to your reaction here.
Oh my god. Yeah, like I'm still recovering. That puts you in a whole different
Yeah.
physiological
Yeah,
state.
different. Yeah,
Heat and bend the control arms. Yeah, no, we're not doing that. Need a new. Are your hands still shaking from the adrenaline rush?
Dude. You go right past adrenaline. You honestly do. Like you think life's over. I think that's what it feels like going to the other side.
Oh man,
Holy shit.
unreal, man.
Oh.
Well, cool. Yeah, shoot me a
make
message.
famous, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, there you go.
I wanna just go.
Well, you got a little mound of rubber here, nothing too crazy. Oh, see, look at your marks though.
All the way over there.
No, but like, look, you got full tire
Oh,
there. It's just like half the tire. Nice.
Yeah, that's some good rubber right there. Some sticky rubber.
Oh man.
Yeah, definitely need better tires.
Yeah, man.
Maybe some Goodyear.
So what do we got here? 305s.
Yeah.
Cool.
Those ran good.
Yeah.
With the lower horsepower, but not with this horsepower. It's just too much.
All right.
And it's a heavy truck, so
Yeah.
you know, full size. The only thing I remove of is the tailgate, bumper, and then the back seats.
Yeah.
But everything else is in it.
I love it, man. I just love hearing it off in the distance.
It's loud.
Yeah, it is.
It's freaking loud.
Oh.
You know, every time I go to the truck and I start it,
Yeah.
it's just freaking loud. Like, oh shit! Yeah, so especially when it's cold, it'll turn and it'll freaking sound hard.
Wicked. Well, cool.
Oh, thanks for that, buddy.
Awesome, man.
Yes, sir.
Changed my life.
Oh, yeah. So we're trying to get this done. We got to leave Tuesday for Detroit. And this,
Driving?
yeah,
Driving?
we don't know if we're gonna do it.
Driving this piece of shit.
On Tuesday?
Yep. And we're going tubing tomorrow. So tomorrow's a write-off. So we got till late tonight.
To have it ready.
And
That's a start?
no, we haven't got that far.
It's close though.
It's close. It
Fuel's
did run
in the tank.
before.
It used to start, right?
Yeah.
It used to.
It used to start, yeah.
Yeah, man. This is the one I got for $1,000, and it's like whatever.
What are
But
you going to Detroit for?
there's a huge like Mustang show, like all this body style. Actually, this up
Here, I'll
until
let you guys catch up.
oh yeah.
No paint?
All right, guys. Hopefully the service was decent while Chris was walking around out here. That right there, I don't know. I'm typically not all that good with words. Shit, I left my beer somewhere. That is absolutely ridiculous. Like, we did a quick little hit out there, and he had to pull over, kind of let it settle down. And he goes, I'm like, dude, that is crazy. He's like, oh man, like that's just like idle kind of thing. We let it cool down, whatever, 10 seconds, fires it back up. He goes, okay, we're good. We hit it. I'm like, it honestly felt like somebody's hands were around my neck, and I was
gasping for air. Like, that's beyond, I don't, like I say, I don't even know how to put it into words. Oh my God. Like my guts, I mean, I didn't feel like I was going to shit my pants, but like, you're going down that road, in all honesty. It's like, what is happening right now? Like I don't know, my body's glitching. There was a tear in the matrix. Holy shit. Okay. Let's get you guys rigged in here. While Chris is visiting, I'll see what's going on in the comments and everything else. All right. Oh. Yeah, okay. Tom, we're on road. You're on here, dude. Like, your car's violent. I mean, I hate to say it because, you know, this is guy territory. You know, you don't want to say somebody's pee-pee's bigger than the other. That's violent cubed. Oh, honest to God, man, I swear on my kid's eyes, when I was so glad to see Chris's gate, because I was like, I'm starting to black out. Like, literally, no exaggeration whatsoever. I was like, you know, you see those people in F-16 fighters doing like loops and heavy G pulls? I felt like that. I swear to God. Man, I'm still recovering here. Oh yeah, Tom. Like, that was the thing. Like, all four wheels, all four slicks, just like, you can't move. It's like Spaceballs, right? Remember that old movie from the 80s, 90s, like where they go to whatever the hell it is, ridiculous speed, and like just stars is all you saw. Man, it's nuts. Anyway, okay, somebody did bring up a good point. We're north of 100 viewers. We got to give you guys a tour of the shit box, because I know that's kind of why you're here. You don't want to stare at our ugly mugs. So Chris is still visiting, but I'll drag you guys out there. Oh my God. Okay, let's do this. Settings, camera, flip, back camera. Okay, guys, let's do a proper tour here. I'm gonna get this kind of tripod system rigged up so I can walk and talk and obviously drink, right? Because we got priorities here. Okay, staring at the Stalker Vert. Let's do a tour. Oh, Lance is on. What's up, buddy? Seeing you. Oh, nice. You're going to Motor City. That's sweet, dude. Yeah, we'll definitely see you there. Okay. Maybe first and foremost, it's worth getting your heads around the natural disaster that we're stepping over each and every time we go to exit the shop. And sorry, guys, I can feel the breeze. I know how that affects cameras and mics, but bear with me. Maybe let me know how well you can hear me while we're doing this. So, right. So, motor is essentially, we're done. Okay. Like maybe a couple final touches. Like AC lines are on. We do have to get the bracket back here. But outside of that, like we're ready to turn the key. Put it this way. The reason the fuel tank's sitting there is we put fuel in it. Like it's ready to rock. Oh, thanks, Danny. Okay. Yeah, we got the ATS Brembos all dialed in. Some of you are probably scratching your heads on this whole ATS Brembo thing, because I mean, it's not new, but it kind of is. So the situation you run into is your rotors are like essentially sitting in the caliper. I don't know, it's not very much, but you don't have a lot of room to fart around with here. They sit like, I don't know, 1/8 of an inch, let's say, towards the back end of the caliper. And so what you got to do, and this is, heck, I forget their name. I think it's S&S or something. These are the guys that kind of specialize in these Brembos. Like they machine these or water jet them. And like all they are is 1/8 of an inch spacer. So you run this on the SN95 hub which I don't even know where the hell the hub is. Oh, right here. Okay. So you run these like you're essentially spacing your wheel out. Okay. And then you run your rotor and you're spaced perfectly dead center in the caliper. So we were waiting on these guys, got them. And this was a lot of night one, was getting the brakes on and essentially getting the front wheels on. A little disaster that Chris never mentioned earlier, but we were kind of alluding to. So we had the car on jack stands, kind of like midship, right? These are further back now. But anyway, and the front end of the car was in the air. We got the motor in, K-member, trans, everything. Well, it was like as soon as we put the brakes on, we hit like the fulcrum point and the whole car just went bang forwards. Now Chris is inside. I'm sitting here. Well, everybody knows how to put a tire on, right? You sit there on your ass and you got your like legs kind of spread on either side of it. I'm in that position while the Carter's Customs front splitter there, it falls on my ankle. Tire falls off the hub, rolls over my leg, hits the ground. I'm like, Chris, I'm pinned. Like, I'm done. Anyway, it was eventful their first night. But something moving on here for you guys, so I don't bore you with all my BS stories, that I thought was worth pointing out. A lot of you might recognize what's going on in here, or maybe you won't. In all honesty, though, we've moved the mass air to the inside of the fender. And what's kind of neat about this is that is the OE bracket that we've kind of relief cut and flattened out. And as it works out in here, we can mount that mass air off the stock bracket. Hey, thanks again, bud.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Really appreciate that.
Next time when I get everything 100% right, we'll go for another.
Dude, you changed my life with that ride. I can't imagine anymore. Holy Christ. Thanks, buddy. So yeah, we use the stock bracket, and I mean, you know, like it's not, you wouldn't want to take pictures for a magazine or anything, but I think there's a way that a person could probably work on perfecting that system so other people could do it as well. And then a stubby like 5-inch. I know, Christ, that thing's loud. Hold on here, guys. Oh. We might have got a little aggressive with the trans. There he goes. Oh, this is yeah. There's something going on with that trans.
Yeah. Torque converter, loading up.
Yeah.
Man, that's
dude,
the price you pay for a high horsepower.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, when
Well,
she goes, she goes.
whatever. We're getting on all kinds of topics here. This is something that like Chris and I talk about all the time, and neither of us have ever ran that far down that road. But like the reality is, the more you mess with, the crazier it gets. Well, here we are we're just trying to put a car back together, and it's crazy.
Oh.
So, and it ran a month ago.
Yeah, it did.
Okay, I probably bored you enough, but anyway, we thought that was kind of cool, right? And this is Mr. Kyle Voss.
The Fab Forms.
The Fab Forms, right? If you guys haven't checked him out on YouTube, bump over there and do that. He fabricated this. It was something that a roadie was going to run down years ago to be making these. And I tell you what, he's gone to great lengths to like literally perfect these things within a 16th of an inch.
Yeah, like all the curves are good. There's no hitting here.
Yeah, perfect
All
clearance.
Yeah.
Like it's Anderson type stuff.
Yeah.
Right? It's beautiful. So, and he was gracious enough to donate this to us. So thanks, buddy, if you're watching or you watch this later or whatever. We really appreciate the help. Here, buddy, I'm rambling and
We
I
got
need to sit
AC.
here.
You talk about
I talked a little bit about the AC,
Okay.
right? Need a bracket, which we got. We just got to drag it out of a box. What else? Like headlights can be plugged in. We've got some fairly easy checklist items. We've been trying to tackle the heavier ones, right?
Yeah. Well, we're really close to being able to fire it up.
Yeah, I was telling them, right, fuel's in the tank, we're that close. So a little wire tuck action going on in here. Interior wise, I hope the service is staying decent for you here, guys. We went light on the kill mat, some might say. You'd swear we were sponsored, we're not. But
Oh, show them my new ratchet.
where is it?
Right there.
Oh, how about this bad boy? Right? Some like to say Chris is bougie. The tools are gold.
25% off.
Yeah, 25% off at Harbor Freight. That's not really bougie. Yeah, we went at this last night at about 1 in the morning. We started running out of light, and the best we could do was hang the Milwaukee from the door sills and just start kill matting. So we went at her. Moving to the back. So you want to talk about your suspension system here, buddy? Actually, is that you kind of beat it up on your videos too, but whatever. If you want to,
Well, it's kind of
give it the
so
spiel.
it's not a coil over, right? It's adjustable spring perch. So I think this has been done time and time again. Other than the fact we're running 10K springs in the back, which I believe works out to about 650 pounds per inch. But I think the more important part is that much like the front, the shocks, these are threaded and you can actually thread them down into the housing, which allows you to kind of give some adjustability of kind of where you want things to be. So in this case scenario, in reality, for instance, you see how we have a little bit of play here? So
and obviously it's hanging right now.
Yeah, it's hanging, but you still, and ideally you wouldn't want that, right? So in this case, what we could do is we could spin this nut off and we could spin the shock down into the housing further. And what that's going to do is it's going to pick the diff up. And then that's going to take, that out. So the big thing for us right now, though, is testing and see, do we want the 10K springs? Do we want to go down to the 8K? We've got 12K. There's 13K in the front. So there's lots of different options. Just once we get the ride height and everything else nailed down, then ultimately we can mess around with this. And of course, these, I actually said this when you're out joyriding. So these are the cheapy Gabriel quad shocks.
Flipped around.
They are the shortest ones that you can get on the market, guys. When you take that little boot off with the little clamp around here, these are the ones that you can run with a lot of your wheel and tire setups and get away with them. And I've said it time and time again, these matter. They truly do. Especially if you're on the street, you want comfort and stability, keep these.
Yeah. Actually, while I'm down here, guys, you can kind of get a decent idea of what's going on the rear of this homemade gas tank system. So, Chris, well, I think you guys have probably watched all his videos and seen him put this thing, like get it running on a flat deck trailer. And that's what sort of spawned this whole tbox-Fox idea. So the gas tank, I mean, it was kind of hanging to begin with, right? That one stud was broken off.
Yeah, it was there, like it was bolted to the strap, but it was all dangling here.
So, yeah. So if you look far in there, that's like the back of the car hanging stud, I guess. There's one way over there too. And then these two back ones, because the spare tire well has been cut out of this car. And I don't know if that'll fit. Yeah, oh yeah, you can see it. It's literally garden shed tin that somebody has built a floor out of in this car. Like it's, I don't know, not the Fox Body community's finest moment by any means. However, it does, I guess, fill the hole. So this was broke off. You guys will see this in the upcoming videos. So we welded that on last night. We had to beat this one back into place because it was all bent forward. It kind of broke the welds on it. It's all just kind of cheap square stock tubing in there. So welded that up, welded that one back on and then bolted it all up. And to be honest, it actually, like, somebody had a level out when they built this thing. It sits not bad.
And to be honest, the welds weren't like, I think that one, like the welding wasn't bad.
No.
Like the fab work, other than it's sort of just like, why not get a little bit better material?
Yeah, it's shitty material.
That's
Like,
really what it comes down to.
Chances are the material wasn't even clean when they welded it, type thing.
Like the function is there.
So here, I'll try to give you a look from the back end here, guys.
Oh,
Like, if you didn't know any different, all you'd see is the tank guard and the straps, and you'd think it was a stock tank, right? Like, it does sit in there quite nice. However, both sides of the strap, for anyone that's taking a tank down, both sides of the strap bolt, you don't have the pins and like the swing of the straps. So that's a thing in itself. Oh yeah. We're not sure what went on here, but
we think there was a booming system.
Yeah, maybe like a whole pile of
8-inch subs or something. Right
maybe
there.
some subs in the doors, because they got clearanced on both sides for something. Jeez, that one's even worse than this one.
But that one, I feel like had better tracing. It's like they did this one. Or
But they knocked this right out of the other one.
Oh yeah. Yeah, this one's got more stability.
So yeah, she's a beauty, guys. Like a real beauty.
How's our comments?
I honestly,
well,
I
you got
haven't
a
even looked.
donation.
What?
$20. Who did that?
Greg. Thanks, Greg. Unreal, guys. Thank you for anyone that wants to do that. We really appreciate it.
All goes towards our drinking fund to keep us going.
And fuel.
Yeah.
We got to keep this thing on the road to Detroit.
Oh man, this looks good now.
Yeah. So this is another one that kind of unfolded in today's video, guys. Welded this stud back in and kind of braced it up with some.
If you guys didn't see the last video, you can see where I was trying to light the car on fire, taking that one out.
Yeah, these were bad. Bad. I think we gave you guys a view of this thing underneath. Like, it's a really interesting little car, right? Like, torque boxes are all welded up. Or no.
Yeah,
the front, yeah, they are. There's gaping holes. Like, look at this one. Right above the subframe connectors. I mean, these subframe connectors might have been a farmer's field post. Oh, dude, you stuck. Tom will love seeing this. We did start the LEDs, Tom. The underglow is under progress, man.
Oh yeah.
That was another late night, whatever, leave the wire hanging on the ground type thing, because whatever, priorities.
So that quarter panel's been replaced.
Oh yeah, right.
We did find that out. I think I got kill mat over the seam there.
Oh, and we got to show them the duds we found. Well, Lewis and Chris found these. Where was this hanging?
It was tucked in the rear, behind the rear plastic. So Gary's gonna wear that at Fox Fest.
All right, yeah, let me know.
Didn't you wear that weld? No, you didn't.
If you guys want to see me wear this filthy old DNA filled, it's probably got AIDS. Pink pink striped.
Oh my god, I couldn't hold it in.
There's definitely dry kids on that. Like, look at it. Good gracious. So that was tucked behind the plastic. There's a pair of jeans somewhere too, Lewis found. Like, guys, this thing's a real beauty.
Unreal.
It truly is an unreal piece. Okay, so you want to go?
Should we take some questions?
Yeah, let's go sit and we'll see what the hell's going on here. We'll flip everybody around. Well, service seems to be working out pretty good, buddy, even out here.
That's good.
Camera. I set my beer down somewhere right here. All right, guys. We'll sit and visit with you for a little bit. See what's shaking. Okay. We probably missed a lot while that F-150 was rewinding my bodily clock. Oh my God, man.
I'm glad you got to go for the drive.
Oh, that was unreal. Okay. Sorry, guys. 2-man film crew here.
Oh, we're back.
Yeah. What do we got
Oh,
here?
it feels good to sit down.
Okay. Let's catch up. Oh, Lewis from LA here, ready to get rid of that 93 Cobra without K member. You got a bite? Probably not.
Not yet. It's worth more now with that K member out of it. That K member is nothing but problems.
No more than a 6er on the float trip tomorrow if we're going to make it.
That's a fair statement.
Ando catch.
That is a very fair statement.
It is a fair statement, but you're sounding like my wife right now. I'm not enjoying this. Wish could be there. You two are having too much fun. We are, buddy. Yeah, we're having fun. Gonna hate to see the end of the shit box. Well,
The end. It's just the beginning.
yeah.
Well, maybe not the beginning, but there is something to be said about that because it all is about the journey.
Yeah.
Not the destination.
I had to remind myself of that on Wednesday.
Yeah. Yeah, that journey wasn't the greatest one, right? Yeah, it's something. But with that said, I think there's going to be a good amount of time left with the ship box. I think there's going to be some room for improvement, obviously showcasing and enjoyment. Like, man, if you don't enjoy these cars, it's not worth it.
And no way we're gonna have all the bugs worked out of it, like
No.
by any means. Yeah, who knows? Maybe first iteration. They're like, I mean, currently we're
Oh, look at this. Is that you need a 93 Dutch black on black more than that Cobra. I know what he's saying. I know what he means. It's like some inside stuff there.
Oh.
Yeah, let's give me that 93 Dutch and we'll talk.
Yeah, like Chris and I think you guys all know this. Like, we're just two dudes doing this together, right? And we're filming, we're the mechanics, we're the everything. So,
Honest question.
Yeah.
Do you ever, like, before you came back the second time, did you ever be like, why are we doing this?
I mean, like
I know why we're doing it in general, and I know that we get past that, and that's why you're here. Because, like, I'm not going to lie to you. Like, I had that moment. It's like, man, why? It's like, I'm a sucker for punishment.
Yeah. Well, the way I was going to explain it is it's almost like you can hear that voice saying that way out in the distance, but like the more prevalent voice is like, it's because you love it, you idiot. That's why
like
you're
a
doing
little,
it.
like the dude on the shoulder here. Versus,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah. Yeah. The voice of reason's like, what are you doing?
Thankfully, we have very, very supportive, significant others.
This is true. 100%. Yeah. Britt, Chris's gal, has been just an absolute saint. She is an absolute saint. But today, running out daiquiris and fuck, like, it's just unbelievable. Such a beauty.
Yeah.
I probably asked that. Uh-oh, Lewis is on here. Now we're going to take a shit kicking.
Yeah. That's fine. I have plenty of ammo to fire back to him.
There you go, Tommy. Yeah, you nailed it, buddy. Yeah, man. One life, right? Like, I don't know. But anyone on here, well, you guys are all Fox body folks. Like, you know, like, nobody saw any of this coming. Like, we thought.
You know what's funny? There's a lot of non-Fox body people that have commented and being like, man, I didn't know what these cars were, didn't care for these cars or whatever, but like, I love this, you know, the series.
Right.
So I think that that's really cool.
Absolutely.
I think that that's cool. Like, that's sort of like where you get, it's not necessarily, well, the content is always important, but it's almost like you don't need, what's like the topic almost doesn't matter as long as the content and everything else is cool around it.
Yeah. Yeah, true. Well,
like, as a car guy, like, you really shouldn't care whether it's a Fox body channel or a Chevy channel or whatever. Like, if
it's 100% true.
You know?
There's that guy out there on YouTube, Chapman or Chaplin or something, got a beard, kind of heavier set guy. I mean, he's broke the internet a few times, like with,
you know, like a great big blown newer, I think it's like an S550 Mustang that he's got this big monster big block hanging out. Like, it's just neat stuff for gearhead folks to watch, right? I don't know, like, something interesting about this, and this could exist, I just don't know if it does, is like, would there be, say, like a third gen Camaro world, right? Like where there's a guy somewhere out in the backwoods that's got a whole bunch of old third gens that kind of felt or saw this coming from 30 years ago, hung on to them all? Or is this just a Fox Body specific thing?
No, there's people that do that. Because even our friend who stopped by today, who dropped off the console, he's got a third gen with, I want to say, 1,500 miles sitting in the garage.
Right.
And he's like, I wish I had to put that money into Fox bodies because
Yeah.
it'd be worth that much more. You know?
So like, but do you think guys like that have, I'm drawing a blank. What do they call that, that first gen 350? It's like a TFSI or whatever they called that.
Oh, right. I forget.
Yeah. It was the LT Anyway, obviously we're not Camaro guys. So,
That
but you know, like,
somebody's yelling through the screen right now.
yeah.
Yeah.
Would they have, you know, a row of them sitting there like you do 5.0s?
I'm sure they do.
Maybe.
It's like there's probably
I'd be
people with
interested
the SN95 collection.
Yeah.
You know, that's got a whole bunch of them. They're just waiting for SN95s on to come up. I know I am. Shit.
Right.
Mine's finally out of storage.
Okay, we're blowing up here.
TPI.
Is it TPI? Maybe. Jer commented on here. Jer, you're out of beer, by the way. It's like the vanishing point in Fox Body Farm. Yeah. We drank all your beer, Jer. Thank you for leaving that with us.
Yeah, stay cool until this afternoon.
Cover up. Crap makes everything doable. Yeah. We're staying hydrated or trying to. Fox Body Addiction, 100%. Got a Michigan beer care package waiting for you boys.
Yes.
Bingo. That's
We
what I'm
like to
talking
hear.
about. Hey, before I forget, guys, I don't know if you guys have seen this, but this is Mr. Mike Dula, House of Dula's shirt. He's got a wicked design, by the way.
Sorta. Keep going.
Yeah. Okay. I gotta get on my knees here.
Okay, that's starting to look really bad.
Better?
Yeah, that's good.
Worse?
No, you're good.
He
was going for the
beer. Yeah, Mike, I got a shirt from him at the Dallas Fox Fest.
Yeah. Lone Star Fox.
Lone Star Fox Fest, pardon me. Great dude, had him on the pod. And yeah, so he was with us in spirit and heart today, twisting wrenches. Mike, this thing's full of sweat. Smells like I've been playing sports in it all day. But yeah, check him out if nobody knows about him. His Eco Brews.
Oh, right.
Ego Brews.
Yeah, Ego Brews.
Yeah, doing an Eco Boost 4i car. Pretty cool little deal. Anyway. Okay, guys, let us know what you want to hear, because we're oh, you didn't put somebody in jail, did you?
No. Oh, Spano's in.
Spano's here. Nice.
We got your pickup installed, and Pump is wanting to ask about your shirt. There you go.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's a cool shirt. Got his hatch on there.
Tune port injection, TPI.
Oh, there you go. Right.
Yeah. Motion Raceworks.
Oh,
Hell of a
there you
third
go.
gen collection. Look at everybody. They all knew. Oh,
Uh-oh. My kids are on here. Hi, Kay. How you doing, babe?
there we go. Yeah, we're just getting in here. Oh, what do we got here?
Hopefully all of them are watching. I should mention then. Kaylee, Abby, and Sadie. Oh,
There we go. I highlighted a comment.
oh, nice. Kaylee, Abby, and Sadie, the KAS of KASL, are tuned in. So, hi, guys. Love you.
What up from Canada? What's that noise?
I don't know. It sounds like somebody's laughing.
Oh, it's like a bug. It's probably one of those moths.
Oh, dude, we got to show you guys this. I'll try and post a picture of it. There was a moth in here last night.
I think I took a picture. Oh, let's see.
Easily this big.
Furry.
Yeah, like you could see the hair on
You
it.
could pet it.
And Chris is like, we got to get rid of him. I'm like, dude, we'll have to have a funeral for this thing. It's that big. Like, it has a soul. It's huge. Did you take a pic?
I thought I did. Let me scroll through here.
I definitely took a pic, so I'll try to factor that into a post or maybe
I
one
think
of my
you got.
videos.
I got a spider.
Ooh, that's a nasty looking son of a gun.
So anybody like spiders?
Ugh.
Oh, there we go. I was growing on the rear plastic. We had to install that. No, I didn't get the moth.
I don't know if there's a way that I can. I know on the computer you can share screen.
We're not running the Starlink, at least not yet. Actually, I plugged it in, and then my old stuff. Of course, that's how it goes, right? You buy a new service, and then your old service starts working.
Yeah.
So, anyways, yeah, we'll try it out. But at least now I have a backup.
Bring me back cheap beer and Terminator parts.
So still the.
Oh my God, another one.
Thank you, Think
Dude.
First Productions. We appreciate you.
You guys are too kind.
I don't think I can highlight that. Wish I could. Oh, for the inner tube trip tomorrow.
Nice.
Yeah.
Thanks, bud.
Oh,
Okay, don't put anybody in jail.
I'm gonna do something wrong here. Oh, live. Oh, I started. That's how it worked. I have current comment. There we go. It's hard to do on a phone.
Yeah, it is.
There's a person at your front door.
Oh, there we go. We're getting ring
Oh,
warnings.
well, if you guys have any more questions,
Hit
you
us
know,
up.
yeah, hit us up now because we have a whole interior to put into the car. We got to try and start the car, bleed the brakes in the car. In fact, let's see if we've struck anything else off the list here.
If you want to see how hot it is, I think this should show up.
Oh, look at that.
I'm leaking through my shirt at the moment.
Finish wiring and inner fender. I did that.
Cross her off.
Kill mat interior. We did that. Tighten brake lines. Are they all tight?
Oh, look at this. Greg knows it's a banana spider.
Or do they do anything harmless?
It's usually me. I fat fingered the first guy. I don't think we've screwed it up since. But
Carter custom rear skirt repair and install. I've done the repair.
Okay.
I messed that up.
how far is the drive? So Austin to Detroit, there's a handful of, I guess, recommended routes. For some reason, I had it in my head it was like 1,800 miles, but I think I might be cross-threading Canadian miles, aka kilometers, with miles. Because I was talking to Bill Butler, one of the organizers of the Motor City Fox Fest, when I was doing trains, planes, and automobiles the other day, and he was looking it up, trying to help us plan like the most realistic route from here to Detroit. And anyway, he said it's like just shy of 1,400 miles, 13 and change. So, and it's kind of a diagonal northeast sort of cross you take. I think there's like 7 or 8 states we're going to go through. Well, maybe we'll give people a rough idea of like the routes we're going through. If anybody's cruising up that way in and around the time we are, and you want to follow this old toilet and maybe help us change a tire, or
What'd you do to your koozie?
I put it on my.
Oh, I was like, man, you push that through the can? It's like your beer's taller than my beer.
No.
Yeah, because it's what, like 20 hours, right?
Mm.
Of solid driving.
It's like 22, 21 and change, I think, by the time you work your way through cities and towns. But
yeah, we'll have those 373s spinning.
I'm late. What I miss? Yeah, if I had a carb.
Oh, Art,
He's changing.
Yeah, you're gonna want to rewind and catch the what was that? The unplanned F-150
visit.
Yeah,
Yeah, that definitely changed my life.
life changing. What's we got here? Memphis. Oh, Memphis.
I'll just stop.
Oh,
I think we go through Memphis.
yeah, you wanted to stop in there. We have Think First Productions. He's willing to get us dinner and beers.
Beer and dinners. Well, here's the thing. Like, what would you recommend? Because Chris and I both have a little bit of an idea in mind that it wouldn't be a bad idea to have a beer in Nashville.
Yeah. You know
Right.
what? Drop either a DM on Instagram or shoot me an email. And then maybe we can, because that'd actually be a good stopping point, depending on when we actually leave and everything else. Cricket. Man, freaking bugs crawling in the shop. What else do we got here? Design a shipbox hat and t-shirt that looks like the car. Oh, it's like a silhouette. He probably wants a silhouette though. Like design.
We were wearing ours yesterday.
Yeah, there is shipbox swag. There's gonna be lots of improvement for the shipbox and the swag. I think once it's all done, and then we can invest in some more. Yeah. That's it, guys. It comes down to time. You know, you want to be able to hustle. We're trying to bring new things to the table.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, I think this is one of the first times anyone's put this much time or effort into something that literally should have went to the scrapyard. Well, actually, no. We're finding out that it shouldn't have. But like, if you were to judge a book by its cover,
minus the motor, though.
Yeah.
Like that's a farce. You got to remember that the spare tire wall is hacked out of it. The doors are all hacked up on the inside. Oh, the motors are mounted upside down. Somehow they still work.
Yeah, power window motors.
Transmission was no good. Four-cylinder transmission, cracked casing. I guess the diff was good. The motor was good. Everything else is sort of like questionable.
Yeah, and actually, this will be something that comes out in our videos, but when we pulled the diff cover off the car, Chris is like, Garrett, come get a load of this. Get under there. And it's like this red, super viscous, like, I don't know.
It's almost like they mix transmission fluid with gear oil. And you know what? I've done it in transmissions. I've done a 50-50 split because like gear oil is technically too thick and whatever. But if I've had like an old transmission, I feel like it's almost like a secret sauce. Do half and half. But yeah, it
was red and milky. Like
yeah,
water had contaminated it. So
but it seemed like it was gone through.
Yeah, like other than the milk and the red, it didn't look like it had been done all that long ago, or it didn't have many miles on it anyway. So
yeah, Greg, there's so many things like about that car that, you know, it's like we need it to be a fly on the wall from back in the day, or somebody needs to come forward and tell us more about the car, because like it's just, you know, there's so many different theories and everything else that you could have about it. Like clearly it was like somebody's backyard drag car, like even that big piece like where the transmission tunnel was cut, like, you know, they had a trans brake like auto setup in it at one point.
The rubber that's still inside the wheel wells is obscene. Like it's painted, painted with rubber. And I mean, granted, that could have just been, you know, a Friday night, let's burn the tires off it. But it strikes me more as like this thing's been to the track and ran in a straight line many times. So, and the torque boxes and all, like everything else, it all kind of lines up.
And like no sound deadener whatsoever. The wiring harness being hacked up as much. And like, when I mean wiring harness, not just the engine harness, guys, like the actual body harness. It's like every section of the harness was cut somewhere and spliced back together. Like going to the back half of the car, like headlight switch stuff, HVAC stuff, like just it was like almost like the car was at a wrecker's and someone started cutting pigtails out of it. And then somebody took that harness and was like, oh, I'm going to put that back together. Or they saved the car from the wreckers after people started peeling shit off it and was like, oh, I'll save it.
Good point. Yeah.
Like maybe it was like a part out. Somebody started parting it out.
Yeah.
And then someone was like, oh, I'll take that. And, you know, I mean, I can put that back together.
Yeah.
Half-ass.
4-banger trans and
yeah.
Yeah.
Who knows?
I think like if this car had a soul, it's thanking us because it had every right to be crushed 100%. But, and you know what's funny is I guarantee you I'd put at least $100 on this. Everybody on this live right now, if you were to walk in a shop and see that motor sitting on a stand, you would go, it's a 5.0 with Cobra upper and lower. And if you had a quick close look, you go, oh, maybe there's some aluminum behind that black paint that the aluminum SVO heads have been splashed with. Other than that, swear to God, you'd walk right past it like nothing went on. And it's not until you pull the pan off that thing and you go, what is going on here?
Yeah. Yeah. Something doesn't belong.
Yeah. Like red, black, and blue.
Yeah.
Spray bomb on the block. Like just, it's such a wild, wild story. Like this is one that, you know, when we're all drinking orange juice, getting ready for a tea time at 80, right? You go, remember that bloody car? Like this is one of those cars. 100%.
Yeah. Unreal.
Okay, does it have a pause or an open? It like standard 8.8 with a set of 7.33s in it. Oh, you Saints boys. Maybe because we're saving them.
Maybe.
Yeah.
How are the rear control arms? So the rear control arm bushings. So the lower control arms are tubular with urethane bushings, which were all fine. The upper control arm were welded, like boxed in, and the body side, the bushings were shot. They were cracked, and there was lots of movement and play. In fact, the one rubber actually started shifting halfway out of the control arm, but the bushings in the diff were actually fresh. So yeah, we kind of lucked out there because all we had to do was essentially change the upper control arms.
Yeah, that was 100% on our list of things to do.
Yeah. So obviously we still took the diff cover off and,
got the transmission fluid out of it.
Yeah, got that out. We had to pull the axles so we could do the four-wheel disc conversion and flared the brake lines and did all that good stuff. So everything's come apart well on that car.
It actually has.
Like no bolts other than having to torch the one bolt out for the seat
and the water pump. But that's
the water
standard
pump.
on
yeah.
any
So
Fox.
yeah, no, everything's been pretty straightforward from that sense. And honestly, it's just anything that has caused us grief is modification life. Like we decided to put a tubular K member in it and it came back and bit us in the ass. If we had kept the K member that was in the car,
which was definitely from another car too, because it was emerald green.
Yeah. So we could have taken the other stock lower control arms that Jerry gave us with brand new bushings, brand new ball joints. We could have just slammed those in there.
Yeah.
And
been off to the races.
We would have been fine.
But it all looks so good with that tubular stuff in there.
Yeah, it does look good.
Because race car, right?
Oh, there we go. Think First messaged us.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Right on.
Maybe it was stolen. That like 100%.
Yeah, definitely. You know what's funny? The car has no broken glass remnants in it. Like, and normally if the car's been stolen or been in an accident, you get broken glass. There's always, no matter what you do,
shard or square.
There's always glass hiding somewhere. This car has no broken glass in it.
Right. That's true.
Yeah.
tbox-Fox, what's up, buddy? Okay, are you mounting those Maker's Garage wheels?
No. Oh, you know what? I wish I had tires on my new Oz wheels. We'll grab an Oz wheel for people.
I'm sure we missed a bunch way back, guys, question-wise. But, yeah, that's, I guess, the long and short as to where we're at. My God, I'm sticky. Oh. We're probably going to put in a late night tonight, right? The more we get done tonight, the better we'll feel tomorrow while we're floating the river. Oh, Chris has got a little treat for you guys here. Maybe back you up.
We'll bolt this on. There we go. What do you guys think? Any guesses before I turn the wheel around? Let's see here. It's all fun and games.
Let's see if we get a bite.
It's got to be a bite. One hint, it's Euro spec. And it was made in September of 1997. I know there's a delay. Cobra R Chrome.
Nope.
Stearns. ROH. Here we go.
16 and a half. Lewis.
Actually, let's see here. Any more guesses looking at the inside?
Got a couple more bet bites.
I'm curious to know people's thoughts on these. Because actually I can roll it up next to Stalker Vert. Probably look. I feel like these look really nice on my coupe.
Maybe, yeah.
All right, here we go.
Drum roll.
There we go.
Ten hole, nope. 5 hole. Or Admiral. I've seen this. LOL. No, Gregor.
I'm not telling anyone officially what it is because
Okay. Let's flip you guys around and you can see. Oh, that's kind of a shitty.
do we show you the back?
You have to almost put it on a block of wood or something to get the proper
feel?
profile.
What do I call it? I got a Cobra lower.
Cobra lower intake coming in hot. Yeah, that's not bad.
Oh man, Mercedes SL 500 written all over it.
That does. You need the Mercedes kit.
I'll just convert it.
Right?
Oh, I like it.
What's the next beer we're having? Oh, there's 2 more of those.
Oh yeah, they're pretty good, right?
Not bad.
Pint House. This is from Dave. Oh, it's Jellyfish. Oh, this is such a good beer. I knew it tasted familiar.
Okay, we'll flip you around here, ladies and germs.
Looks like a Mercedes wheel. That's exactly what I'm going for. It's actually a Mercedes fitment, guys. Enki RPF1s. What do y'all think? Trying to keep the weight low. Enki RPF1s. Isn't that what that is? No, those are PFO ones. Those ones? I can't. I don't know. I'm not good on my Enkis, but I have an Enki right there above the ROH ZS and wedged between the makers.
Uh-oh. Somebody's coming in hot.
What the hell is this?
I don't know.
Is that Charles? What the? Oh my God! Did you see it?
No. Flip it around here. Hit this. Hit the settings.
No, it's fine. This is full of surprises today. What is this? Y'all are live, so keep it clean.
What? Vanderhall it is.
Interesting.
Holy Christ.
It's not the Celine, but it's close.
How are you going to take your tube home in this?
Oh, there's a cockpit right behind you. Look at all the room. What more do you need than that?
Oh, look at that. You can get some
Yeah.
stuff in there.
It's a turbocharged
grocery
1.4 liter.
Really?
Yeah. Blow off valve.
Is that vintage air?
Seems like
Yeah.
a boat meets an airplane without wings.
Automatic manual mode.
Front wheel drive?
It is actually. Look at that big Nitto on the back.
Sweet.
A little automatic?
Yeah. And then you can put it in manual mode for your little shifter there.
Really?
Yeah.
Unreal. You don't gotta wear a helmet driving this thing?
I have one.
There's the VIN number.
You don't gotta wear a helmet anyway.
Is this number 38? 438? I don't know. There's a VIN number there.
Oh, that's just the VIN.
What's this deal for?
Steering wheel? No.
It looks like a bug.
That's the shifter. You put it in manual mode, up and down. Yeah.
It's like an old
Really?
school
Yeah.
race car. It's fun.
Yeah, everybody's looking and waving and doing the thing.
And what kind of motor is it?
It's a 1.4 liter turbocharged. It's 200 horsepower, 200 foot-pounds of torque.
So is it fast?
Well, it's got
Yeah,
What's it weigh?
Yeah.
Nothing?
1,400 pounds.
Oh.
Yeah.
Like that
I
side by
think
side
top
weight.
speed is like 140, 130, something like that.
What else is the motor used in?
I heard GM, but it's the first day of driving it, so don't quote me on that.
All right.
Heat and AC.
Heat
There you go, guys. What do you think of this thing?
Cruise control. Look at that windshield.
Beer's getting warm.
It's
Here we
old
go.
school looking, isn't it?
Set the parking brake. Burnout. Go for the people.
It's front wheel drive.
Oh,
the parking
front wheel
brake
drive.
needs adjustment.
Ruben already did one in the
I
truck
saw
earlier.
it. That's why I messaged. I was like, I'm on my way.
Oh, you were watching the live.
Well, I was at work, and then I was like, oh, yeah. And then everybody was like, oh, just go ahead and leave. And I was like, okay, I will.
SL 500. Yeah.
And then, yeah, so to
All
actually
right.
take off the bonnet, as they say, right?
Yeah.
You just have the hardware there.
Screws and-
Yeah.
Wild, buddy.
It's different than a slingshot. I was either going to bring a slingshot or this.
It's kind of got like an Aston
Yeah.
nose on it.
I feel
Somebody
like
wanted to borrow my truck, and I was like, okay, go ahead. I'll take this.
I think we need some Joel
Oh, yeah. It'll need
on the
polishing.
no, like the I feel
Wavy.
a little wavy.
I don't know if it's fiberglass or what.
Definitely wish I had a hair tie coming down.
Ah, no doubt, eh?
Oh,
I'm like,
She was taking selfies, and it was fun.
hair
Stereo
blowing.
Works. We heard you cresting
Yeah.
the gate.
oh,
Yeah.
that was the Bluetooth.
I think it was spinning the whole way.
Yeah.
Spinning one tire. Well, there you have it, folks. We should probably wrap this up, right?
Yeah, I mean, unless anybody's got anything else they want to see on.
Well, they want to see a burnout, but that's not going to happen. I saw one today. It looked like a vintage Indy car.
So that's who makes them.
Do the burnout in reverse.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
Do you like your house?
yeah. We actually put like McDonald's trays. So we used to do that in like Honda Civics in the wintertime. You'd steal 2 trays from McDonald's,
Yeah, and drift
put
it
your
on,
emergency brake on, and then you could like drift around because your wheels were like.
Yeah.
Anyways, we won't talk about what we did back then. That's it, guys. We're gonna wrap this up, and thanks for tuning in. Make sure to keep following along. There's lots of shipbox fun to continue, or shipbox frustrations. We'll keep those off camera. At
Yeah.
least try to.
We'll try and do some YouTube shorts too, as
Yeah.
more of like immediate.
Yeah, we need somebody for
updates.
that. We need people.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you guys make this, popular enough, then maybe we could afford people because YouTube doesn't pay enough.
Oh God, no.
Anyways, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. And no, it is not a PT Cruiser. Oh.
Yeah, that's
We'll leave
pushing it.
that there.
That's a low blow. That's
All
low
right, guys.
blow.
Cheers. Have a good night.
Thanks, guys.
Oh, sweet. Look at this one.
Oh my God, dude, it was nice to come outside from that fucking shop. Like, look at me.